silver, 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 silver. What's up, everyone? Silver Dragons here. Really excited for the first ever Silver Sunday. This is going to be super fun. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be going over some precious metals news. I will be doing a live Q&A. We're talking about silver, talking about gold, what's going on, what happened in the past week, and we are going to be watching as the market opens up. So we'll see the silver spot price change, and yeah, it should be very exciting. See if we get the chat going here on the screen. Sometimes they have a little bit of trouble. There we go. Perfect. How's it going, everyone? If you have questions, definitely save them after we go over the news. I got a little symbol on the corner there, little countdown timer. That is when the market opens up. So we will see if the silver spot price is going to go up, going to go down when the market opens. Should be very interesting. It opens every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's why I thought about doing this segment. And yeah, let's start off with some of the news topics. I mean, last week was absolutely crazy. So let me go ahead and share some news here. First thing we're going to cover is the LBMA March silver supply revised numbers. Okay. Yeah, class action lawsuit to follow, very possibly. So if you weren't following this story, I actually didn't do a video on it, but this was posted May 13th, so it's about 3 days old. But check this out. So if you pay attention to the LBMA's monthly publication of its supply, you'll find information about how its gold and information about its gold and silver holdings. However, the LBMA March silver supply previously indicated a record stock of silver in its London vaults. Actually, this number is entirely incorrect, and you can only find the revision in a footnote on the LBMA's website. So, London Bullion Market Association, very, very shady. Let's go ahead and check out this error. So, here we go. Let's see. As at end March 2021, there was a record stock of silver held in London vaults. In total, there was a big number, tons of silver, representing an 11% increase on the previous month, valued at 30 billion, okay, which equates to approximately 1.2 million silver bars. It talks about the gold as well. Let's get to where they messed up here. Here we go. A data submission error led to the publication of an incorrect aggregate figure for the total silver held in London vaults in March. The corrected figure is 1,143,194 troy ounces. So they basically lied about how much silver they have, and this is a big deal. I mean, London Bullion Market Association, definitely one of the big players. It's kind of how we determine the spot price too. They're one of the big banks. I think there's 6 big banks that we look at to determine the spot price. I'm just going to say hi to some people in the chat. What's up, Spencer, Lowrider, Bobby, Sammy? How y'all doing? Yeah, LBMA getting shady on us. And what's really interesting, too, is this happened in March, right, which is sort of when the whole silver squeeze was starting. And, you know, we thought, do they have enough silver? Do they not have enough silver? Well, they're literally lying about how much silver they had. So, pretty sketchy. Let's see here. What happened? Okay, so in March, the LBMA claimed to have a record amount of silver in their inventories. However, this report was a false claim. To the novice investor, this mistake might not seem like a big deal. However, the LBMA waited an entire month before deciding to revise this incredible error. Specifically, the LBMA claimed there was an 11% increase in comparison to February. This 11% represents about 30 billion, or again 1.25 million silver bars. However, the LBMA March silver supply number was off by a lot. All right. In reality, the LBMA only saw the addition of 561 tons, not 3,863 tons. This is 6.88 times less than the previous statement, shifting from an 11% increase to a merely 1.6%. So, okay, pretty shady, right? LBMA, what is going on? Why can you not get your numbers straight? I mean, obviously they're lying for a reason, and it took them a month to correct this, right? So, very sketchy. What's up, Old Silver? How you doing? I think this definitely, plays a part in the manipulation of silver. When we look at physical silver, we all know there's definitely some manipulation going on, and it's just crazy when you see these big players, you know. Also, JM Bullion. I've talked about it in previous videos. JM Bullion is manipulating the price of silver. They've been fined close to what $1 billion, and found guilty in the court of law. So, anyway, yeah. Sammy says stock up on silver, gold, and toilet paper. Okay, a few more news items we'll cover before we open up the market here in about 9 minutes. Let's check out the inflation news. This is a big one for silver. So if you haven't been following this, inflation spiked 4.2% in April, hitting 13-year high as price concerns rock the market. So that's a big number. And honestly, as a consumer, some of us have seen much higher prices than just a 4.2% rise. So consumer prices rose 4.2% over the 12 months ending in April, according to data released Wednesday by the Labor Department, shooting past expectations one day after inflationary concerns led to the stock market's worst daily performance in months. So big surprise there, right? Key facts here. Okay. Wednesday, the Wednesday figure marks the highest annualized inflation reading since a 4.9% increase in September 2008. They're expecting a 3.6% jump in prices year over year and a 2.3% rise in core prices. So here we go. Let's see. Accounting for more than 1/3 of the overall price increase, the index for used cars and trucks rose a staggering 10% in April from March. That's crazy, marking the largest one-month increase since the Bureau of Labor Statistics started tracking prices in 1953. So if you're trying to buy a car or a truck, wow, 10% up in a month. Yeah, talk about inflation right there. What's up, Silver Bean Counter? How you doing? That's crazy. Since the 50s. And you'd think that car prices would be going down because, less people were driving, they're working from home. But I guess as things are opening back up, more people are having to commute to work. And so people are trying to buy cars again. I guess. I don't know. Last month, surging gasoline prices pushed overall consumer prices up 0.6%. Largest jump since August 2012. This guy, Jerome Powell, Federal Chair Reserve Jerome Powell has repeatedly stated that the central bank is anticipating a short-term spike in prices as the economy recovers, and that the Fed has tools to deal with, check this out, has the tools to deal with runaway inflation should it become a problem. Are you kidding me? They have the tools to deal with runaway inflation. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I don't think they have the tools. Let's see. Old Silver in the chat says CPI lies, keeps the Social Security increase lower. Interesting. If you do have questions, I will get to them in a little bit. We got some news to cover first. So yeah, this hit the stock market. It rocked it quite a bit. Stocks were down. Currently we're seeing cryptos get crushed today. I guess we could cover that. I don't know how many people out there are into cryptos, but Bitcoin just getting absolutely murdered. It's actually bounced back a little bit, But today, I mean, it was brutal when I looked earlier. It was down about 6,000. And, you know, when it comes to cryptos, I don't ever advise holding them. I don't think it's a good storage of wealth. Way too volatile. I'd much rather buy gold and silver to store my wealth. So this is sort of like a casino to me. Um, but wow, crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, another story that I do want to talk about. We have about 6 more minutes, I guess, until the market opens. Is this one here, United States Mint? I did a video on this. I'm not sure how many people saw it, but the new enhanced security features on the American Silver Eagles coming out this year. It's kind of cool. The anti-counterfeit reeded edge variation. I'm not sure how many people have seen this, what your guys' thoughts are on it. But some people were saying that they might actually put like some sort of a chip in here, like some sort of tracking device or something. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're just going to be made out of silver. You know, one of the problems would be obviously if we melt them down, we would find a chip in there. But they're taking away part of the coin, not adding something. So I don't think that's what they're doing. But a few other people speculated that these new American Silver Eagles, this sort of chip in the edge, I guess it's sort of a plain edge where the reeds are not there, that this would be basically where they would put some sort of either a black light thing or sort of how the Sunshine Minting has the little card you can look at to verify if it's real or not. They would put it there. But I was thinking it would be kind of cool if this chip was the orientation for where to hold your SMI card to see if these are real or not. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but very interesting. Again, I did do a whole video on this if you want to check it out. But let's get back to the chat here. Looks like 140 people live. Thank you, Tony K, for becoming a member of the 47th Dragon Legion. This whole Silver Sundays thing that I'm starting, I just wanted to talk about precious metals. That's all that this is right here. We're talking about precious metals. I do want to take your questions, and I want to look at the spot price when the market opens. We've got about 3 minutes here, and we'll see what happens to silver. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Is constitutional silver from 65 to 70, 40%, says Michael. Only the Kennedy half dollars. So, an example, I don't have any 40 percenters out here, but this is the 1964 Kennedy half dollar. This is 90%. And it was the only year that the Kennedy half dollar was 90% silver. And then in 1965 until 1970, they made these at a 40% silver. So I hope that answers your question. After 1970, they're clad, unless you get like a special silver proof something. But for the most part, that is the case. So you got to keep those ones separate from the others if you're buying those. Let's see. How's everyone else doing in the chat? What's up, Silver and AU? How are you doing? Stack Boy, Quicksilver's here. Let's see here. Crypto isn't only down just because Elon tweeted something. Isn't that crazy that one person would have the power to push out a tweet and then it would affect the market so much? Absolutely crazy. I mean, we live in a crazy, crazy age right now. And yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. The market's going to open up here in a few minutes. Do you guys think that silver price will go up or will go down when the market opens? So if you don't know, the spot price market is closed on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern all the way until Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So the silver spot price doesn't change at all during that time. It's also closed daily from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So when the market opens, it's kind of interesting to see where it will go. I'm curious. Bitcoin and the other cryptos took a massive hit today, so I'm curious to see if silver will get crushed as well. Let's see here. I like JM Bullion, but premiums are getting high. Yeah, premiums are getting high everywhere, Danny. Where do you think silver will be in a year? I would say probably up. A lot of people are saying that they think that the price will be up. Some people are saying down. It will go sideways till the whales smash the price tonight, says Old Silver. Yeah, we can actually go over and take a look and see if the market's open. Actually, it says 2 more minutes till the market opens here on Kitco. Usually I like to look at Kitco's website. I just sort of find that one the easiest. So we got about 2 more minutes. Yeah, 2 more minutes until the market opens. But we will see this little green line. It's either going to go up or down, and that'll help us determine, where silver's headed at open. Sometimes it'll jump up and then get smashed down. Sometimes it'll go down and then go up pretty fast. So it's kind of interesting to watch. Let's see here. Seems like they will do anything for silver not to hit 30 an ounce. Very interesting. Yeah, and there's a bunch of ads on these websites. Pretty lame. But I'm not going to pay for the premium. Big John Media says, I think it will be up. Silver going up, says Sean. Sammy's asking, Libertads or Silver Eagles? Oof. Probably right now I would say neither. What value are gold and silver on the U.S. debt clock? Says Green Smash. They're super high, but you got to remember the debt clock is just looking at the ratio of dollars to silver and dollars to gold. It's not actually putting a dollar value on them. All right. Let's see here. Waiting till payday, buying at least 10 minimum. Crypto down, silver up, says Dale. We'll see. Yeah, when it gets rolling here. It says 1 more minute till the market opens. And if you don't know, the bid price, that is the spot price. So, bid is what someone's willing to pay. Ask is what someone's willing to sell it at. And the bid price equals the spot price. You can see that right here, 24-hour spot silver or bid. So that's what we're looking at. Trade our American Silver Eagles for gold. A lot of people are doing that now we ride. I think now actually is a decent time to be trading the Silver Eagles for gold because the premiums are so high. And it looks like we're going down at open. Sometimes when the cryptos get smashed down, I feel like gold and silver follow. We'll see how it trends. But the first indication is that we are down at the moment. But I think long term, obviously, this sort of like minute to minute, day to day doesn't really matter so much. It's more about the long term. And let's see here. This is the New York spot silver. So that won't open till later, I believe, much later. But anyway, let's see. Old Silver is saying it went down. Yeah, it is going down at the moment. But this is just right at open. We'll see where it trends from here. I live 5 minutes from the Mexican border, and American Silver Eagle is king. Trust me. Yeah. No, the American Silver Eagles are king anywhere in North America for sure. Silver market is so heartbreaking. Buy the dip now, no matter what the dip is. Yeah, this is the thing. If silver, continues to go down more, that just means it gets cheaper for us who are acquiring it. Most people will be getting into silver when the price is much higher than it is now. Usually in these bull markets or bull runs, they're 5-10 years long. We're 1 year in to the bull run on silver. So most people that will be getting into it won't be getting into it for years from now, and the price will likely be much higher at that time. Let's see. Short-term price action is volatile. Yes, indeed. Let's see. 27.40. So we're down 4 cents now at the open, which I did personally kind of expect this. We will see what happens. But again, if we look at cryptos, if those are any indication, Bitcoin crushed, Ethereum crushed, XRP crushed. So yeah, I guess I wonder if people are trying to buy the dip on stocks, pulling money out of uh, Bitcoin, pulling money out of possibly their Doge or what have you, and maybe even pulling money out of silver and gold. But here's the thing: I personally think that now is a better time to be getting into silver and gold, especially when it goes down. Someone in the comment section says Doge is trash. I would agree. It's basically just a meme, right? But there is a huge market cap. It's over 6 billion, I think, now. So a lot of people have put money into Doge. Is it worth paying more for graded Silver Eagles, MS69 or 70? Is a question in the chat here. Danny, I would say typically no. It's not worth it. Those are collector items. They are more volatile than other silver bullion items. So unless you're a collector, I would say probably don't get into those unless you've been doing it for a while, obviously. I'm going to keep on exiting out of these ads. If you live close to a tax-free state, it's worth driving to get there. Yeah, I would agree with that. I live in Oregon. We don't have any sales tax, and people from Washington drive down all the time to buy stuff, especially precious metals. If you're going to be buying a lot of silver or a lot of gold, I think that's a wise idea. Any more LBMA type of surprises coming, says Raymond. There is going to be on the 26th of May a meeting with a lot of the people from the big banks in the Senate. I'm not sure exactly what I think they're talking about inflation and the economy and whatnot. And I don't know. We'll see if they bring up any crazy stuff then. I think there is supposed to be another raid on the 26th of May, but really, buy when you can. That's what you want to do. Whenever you have the extra funds and are ready to make a purchase on silver or gold or whatever you're stacking, that's the time to do it. Yes, some people are talking about buying from eBay. You definitely should be careful. And we're about even, so we're coming up a bit. Yeah, not much movement here at the market open. We'll come back to this, but I do want to talk about being careful when you purchase your physical silver. You don't want to buy fake silver. That's something you definitely should be aware of. And I have gotten a lot of questions from people regarding, testing your silver. How do I test my silver? How do I make sure it's real and legitimate? There's sort of a lot of stuff going on in the community right now. I don't want to get into all of it, but I do want to just briefly talk about testing this stuff because you're buying physical silver, right? And this could be fake. So probably the easiest test you can do is to weigh your silver. Get my scale out here. These scales are super cheap. I think this particular one was $12. You want to make sure you are weighing in troy ounce or OZT. And like this American Silver Eagle, for example, should weigh 1 ounce. So we can weigh it. It weighs 1.008 troy ounces. So that's a good indication that this is a real piece of silver. Also, you can do the ping test. There's apps you can get on your phone where you would ping the silver, and that is simply making a sound, hearing the pitch. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. Maybe if I put it right by the microphone. And you can tell if it's real or not by the pitch. Then there is the Sigma Metalytics machines. A lot of people have been talking about those recently. I see people mentioning magnets. Yes, you got to have a very powerful magnet. I don't keep powerful magnets around my Sigma machine because that will break these machines. Yeah, definitely that's something to know. If you're going to buy one of these Sigma Metalytics machines, you cannot put it near a high-powered magnet. But we will test some stuff on this so you can see how it works. I know there's been a lot of people that have questions on, are these trustworthy? Do these work 100% of the time? These machines don't work 100% of the time, but they are a great tool. So if you have the money, I think mine was about $800 when I bought it, but the price on them, because the demand, the price has gone up a lot. So I think they're over 1,000 now, if I'm not mistaken. But we can go ahead and we can do some tests just so you can see how to use this. Typically, if you're testing silver, it's going to be 3 nines fine. So we'll scroll over to that, calibrate it, and then we can start testing stuff. So here's a fun little coin there, supposedly silver, and it is. You can see the mark falls in the brackets there. That eagle that we weighed earlier is down here somewhere. We could throw that on there. American silver eagles are 0.9993 silver, if you didn't know that. So 3 nines fine, which is the industry standard. And you can see real and legitimate. Alright, let's go to the chat for any questions. If you guys want to talk about silver, spot price, if you guys want to talk about anything going on in the news. Does Sigma have a stigma? Nice. Yeah, if you can even get one. The Sigma machines are hard to come by. Mine was on back order, and when I picked it up, this took probably around 2 months for them to make more and get me mine. Apparently APMEX wants $2,000 for a Sigma machine. That's crazy. Maybe that's the Pro version. Let's see. 2A Woke. Silver Dragons, do you have an opinion on that silver squeeze bar? Operator error on the machine, maybe? I have heard a lot of people talking about the silver squeeze bars. I actually do have one of them, and I showed it off in a video. And we could test it on my Sigma machine if you guys like. We could sort of play around with it. I guess we'll leave that up to the chat if you guys want me to throw that on there. Let's see. The fact that Amazon can even allow selling of fake silver coins is ridiculous. Yeah, APMEX, they probably try and shut down the people that are selling fakes, but it's very hard to find them. Also eBay, they try and shut down people who are ordering fakes. Late to the party, but made it. How's it going, Brandon? Welcome here, my friend. Silver and AU ordered a Sigma Pro and waited 2 months. Interesting. Let's see. What websites do you guys recommend? I'm assuming you mean for buying silver. I like SD Bullion. They're the 3rd largest in the nation. Very trusted. Never had a problem with them. People are saying yes to test the bar. Okay. We can go ahead and throw it on there. I know it is a big sort of topic in the news right now. And I know there's people with different opinions on it, etc., etc. But let's see here. Let's go ahead and get the machine out. And we'll throw the bar in there and see what it reads. Now, as far as my understanding goes, these were produced by Silvertown. And most, if not all of them, are probably legit. But there could be a bad apple out there or two. I know there is some room for error. I mean, there's like laws on this kind of stuff in regards to these bars or any silver that's produced nowadays, how far it can be off from what it's stamped. This one here is stamped 3 nines fine silver, and I believe the law is it can be 0.002 off or somewhere in that range, maybe 0.005. But if this was less than 99, that would be basically breaking the law, and I think people could possibly even do Maybe not jail time, but big fines and things like that. So anyway, Hero Bullion is good as well. I see some people commenting that in the chat. Absolutely. Legitimate company. I bought from them several times myself. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw this puppy on there. And we'll have to calibrate it. It says it's ready to rock and roll. Let's see. It makes me mad when trustworthy companies' bars are offered online as obvious fakes made by shady people. Yeah, a lot of the fakes out there are actually made in China. Like there are fake Silvertown bars that are not made from silver at all. They're just silver plated. And if you test those on this machine, it'll be very obvious to tell. But they probably won't weigh the correct amount either. So in regards to this bar here, you know, the one that I have in particular does test fine, just like all my other silver that I tested on here. I know there was some people commenting in different videos and whatnot that, you know, if you move the bar around, it could give you messed up readings. The only time I've ever seen a messed up reading on this machine when it shouldn't have is if I put it like right on the edge of the sensor or something. You see how you can kind of get it to do that? But the bar is obviously not in the middle of the sensor. And then if I move it even farther away, you know, because this uses electricity, the electricity can't go through it properly and it would be off. You know, I know other people have talked about if you heat up the bars, it won't test correctly and things like that. But, yeah, I don't really have an opinion, you know, one way or another on these bars in particular. I think they look cool. You know, mine is legitimate. If there are any out there that aren't legitimate, you know, unless I hold them and test them myself, then I couldn't really have an opinion on it. Is it out of the... if it's out of the package, it will have trouble reading, says Sean. That's interesting. I don't know if that is the case, but I guess we'll leave it to the chat. Do you guys want me to cut it out of the package and test it again? I'll just set it here for now. Let's see. Heavy coated fakes will pass on the Sigma, says Lowrider. When people plate silver, typically they don't do a heavy plate. I haven't seen that. I've never had one that was an obvious fake pass on this. If it's an obvious fake, it always fails. And anyway, I did want to mention, if we go back to the live spot price here, we can see it is now up. So we had a slight dip at open, and now it's going up. So silver is actually up 4 cents, or 0.13%. So silver is currently going up. There you go. And you know, a lot of people were predicting it would go up. It went down, and now it's going up. So I guess everyone can be right. But yeah, I mean, I expect this to move all over, right? You know, silver price is fairly volatile. You know, when it goes up or down a few pennies, it doesn't make that much difference. But it will be interesting to see how this trends as the day goes on and as the week goes on. Most people are saying no need to crack it out. Yeah, I prefer to leave these in the package. Anytime you get something that comes from a mint in a particular packaging, you want to leave it in that. So if you get items that are capsuled, leave them in the mint capsule. If you get bars that are wrapped like this, leave them in the wrapper. Typically is what you want to do. Now occasionally there will be like a hole in the wrapper and you'll get toning on just like a corner or something like that. But that's fine. You know, people, when they buy secondary market silver, they want it to be in all of the original packaging. So try and leave those things the way that they came. Scottsdale takes forever to ship, someone mentioned. Yes, they do, Sammy. They've been notorious. They're definitely the worst as far as shipping is concerned that I personally have ever seen. Let's see. Lowrider says, I think long term it will be headed up in price. I think that you are correct. I do think that silver will be going up much more when they continue to pass the stimulus packages. I think the next one is 4 trillion that's being proposed. I do see silver going up after that for sure. Let's see. I like bar airtights too. What do you think of those? Typically, I don't buy airtight capsules for my bars. I do like to buy them for the coins, but the bars, a lot of them are different sizes, and it's very hard to find capsules that will appropriately fit a bar. And so I think just based on that, I would not capsule a lot of my silver bars. I don't really like buying silver bars anyway. I would prefer to buy silver coins over silver bars, but that is personal preference. Okay, Parnwig is saying Scottsdale is super fast from their eBay. I believe you. I think that a lot of times, eBay puts pressure on sellers to get stuff out. They want to see those shipping labels printed within a few days. And so I would not be surprised if Scottsdale has separate people packaging the eBay stuff from the regular orders. And it's possible that some of their regular orders that they get aren't even products that are made yet. And the stuff that they put up on their eBay would be ready to go. So I would not be surprised. Let's see. Juan is saying, should I sell my one American Silver Eagle coin? I wouldn't do that. I'd hold on to it. I think it could go up much more. But also, silver is not something you want to buy and then sell right after. Why coins, not bars, says Green Smash. The reason I like coins over bars is coins, in my opinion, are just a little bit more trusted. There's a lot of fake bars out there. When it comes to like junk silver or constitutional silver, this stuff is probably some of the most trusted of all the silver you could buy. But in regards to just coins like eagles and whatnot, I would still buy this stuff over bars. I would buy generic rounds over bars. I like the shape better. And I'm just more comfortable buying coins and rounds. And I think that the general public would rather buy a coin or a round over a bar because I think it would be trusted more. And I do want to pivot back. Check this out. We're making history right now. Look at this. Silver is starting to shoot up quite a bit. Look at that. Wow. So silver's now up 8 cents. And we're only a few minutes into opening here. So we'll see where this goes. But this is actually impressive movement so far. I wonder if this is going to start to level out or continue to go up. What is your must-buy this year? I would say for this year, 2021, it's about stack and weight, and must-buy would be generic rounds. That's what I would recommend. That's what I've been stacking mostly. Kevin says, just got another 15 ounce of junk silver for me, about $3 over spot. Looks good to me. Very nice. Jason M., I want to buy a house. How would you suggest selling my 10,000 ounce of silver, mostly 10 ounce bars? I would say go down to a local coin shop and sell to them. Offloading your silver to buy a house, I think that's great. I wouldn't offload all of it, just a portion of it. Silver Dog says to the moon. Hollywood Hand is saying SD Bullion has nothing in stock. The physical silver on the market is sort of drying up. Lots of people are getting into silver, and it's hard to find stuff. You know, for a long time, the American Silver Eagles were the bread and butter of stackers. People wanted to buy these, but the U.S. Mint isn't even making any American Silver Eagles right now. They're gearing up for the release of the Type 2s, and so probably for the next month or two, you can expect premiums on these to keep going up much higher, and premiums on other types of physical silver, bullion, just because there's this increase in demand and a lower supply in general. What's that scale that was showed? I did show a scale earlier. It's just a cheap scale that I bought off of eBay. I think it was around $12. Senate hearing coming up on silver prices, says Dale. Yeah, I know a lot of the banks will be talking about inflation and the economy and whatnot on the 26th. So we'll see what happens around that time, if there's any movement on silver prices. How Tommy's asking, how can I be sure the gold buffalo I bought from one of the reputable bullion dealers is real? You could probably take it down to a coin shop and they could test it for you. That's what I would do, because you don't really want to handle the buffaloes because they are 24K gold. Let's see. Some people are commenting about the new Eagles. Yeah, the design on the new Silver Eagles, I can show that here on the screen. And I've talked about this before, but this design in particular, I don't like, because this wing right here is clipped. You know, I think it's just a poor design. I'm not a huge fan of this. They apparently did touch up the obverse a little bit. It looks fairly similar to me, but it is refreshed slightly. I'm not sure what they did to the obverse, though, to be honest. They maybe just sort of made a little bit higher relief on some parts. But as far as the reverse is considered, yeah, I'm not a fan of this either. I do like the gold reverse. I think it's much stronger design. If we can find that. Here we go. Yeah, I like the eagle better on the gold. I wish they would have put this eagle on the silver version and then done a different eagle for the gold. But that's just my opinion. Ryan Svensson Repairs asking, what do you make your poured silver from? I use silver shot. I get it from my local refinery. They charge about $1 over spot. Shot, you know, is like little BBs of silver, and that's the best thing to use for melting down. It melts down faster, and it's easier to control. Hoping to buy one of the 2021 Type 1s just because it's the last one. Annoyed they're $40. Yeah, the premiums are massively high on Eagles. It's unfortunate, but if you want to pick them up, then you have to pay them. DS is saying, picked up 20 halves today, 13 Walkers, 5 Benjamins, 2 Kennedys. 230 shipped. Did I do all right? So you picked up $10 face. So $10 face at 230. So what you want to do is take 23 times 1.4. That gives you $32.20 an ounce. So you did okay. I mean, 32 an ounce is not terrible for junk silver right now. So 23x, you know, that's not a terrible purchase. I think that's about the going rate currently. Will West Point proofs rise with silver prices? They should. When you're buying like the proof coins and the specialty stuff, you know, that's not bullion, I say flip it as soon as you can. If you can make a profit, make your profit and get out. Okay, for the Silver Eagles, I wish they used the SI mark. Since the blanks come from Sunshine Mint, they could have integrated it into the design without ruining it. Yeah, Tennessee Silver Stacker, it still is possible they could use that technology. as a security feature on the new Eagles. So we'll have to wait and see because there apparently is 3 security features and they've only talked about 1 so far. So we'll have to see what they do on those. Let's see, there's a $2 trillion bill. That's what caused inflation rates to rise. Yeah, whenever they do more stimulus, I'm expecting more inflation. And here's the thing, the economy is opening up more, and with the velocity of money plus money creation, we're going to have inflation. I was showing that article earlier, the 4.2% inflation. I think that's just the beginning. And I think it's a complete joke when they say that they've got the tools to combat more inflation. I don't think it's going to be runaway hyperinflation yet at this point. I mean, the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. But I think we could see big inflation for sure over the next few years. Okay, let's see here. I've been paying about 25x for a month. Okay, so a little bit more for the junk silver, but that's okay. Let's see. Will you be buying the new Morgans and Peace dollars? Asked Justin. I'm going to buy them just because I collect them. The Peace dollars are getting the 100-year anniversary this year. And so I collect them. I'm going to buy them for my collection, but I don't anticipate being able to sell them for a big profit. Bitcoin down 16,000 this month. Invest now, says Kenny G. Yeah, when it comes to cryptos, again, I think you're kind of playing, the crypto casino a little bit. It's not a storage of wealth. It's very risky. It's very volatile, much more volatile than silver and gold. So definitely get out of the dollar. But I would be very cautious with cryptos. Quicksilver saying, speaking of stimulus, there's a proposal out there for 2,000 a month checks. Yeah, that would be crazy to see. I mean, again, I think it's going to lead to more inflation. Raymond, I worked at West Point, but not the Mint. One person I knew went over to work at the Mint in 1981 as it was growing a business. Nice. That's very cool. The economy is coming up, but also that means the stimmy money will start moving and slowly sneak up on us. Yeah, that's the thing, Cool Moose. I agree with you. The economy is starting to turn around a bit. A lot of businesses aren't requiring masks anymore. If you live in a state where you've had to mask up this whole time, it's brutal, especially in the summer. And I think it's great that people are being able to go out and sort of return to life, as opposed to just all of this craziness we've been going through. And I think that the velocity of money is increasing, and with that, we will see higher inflation. If you could only stack one kind of silver round, what would it be? Says Tommy, if I could only stack one kind of silver round, I would probably just buy the generic Buffaloes because those are the most common and probably the most liquid. Michael Dowling is asking about a furnace. The 3 kilogram furnaces, I would say those are not very good for starting out. If you want to be melting down silver, stick with a 2 kilogram. It's going to be much easier to work with. We're getting close to hyperinflation. It's pretty bad at the moment with all these stimulus packages and endless printing. It's speeding the process up. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting closer to hyperinflation. There might be a currency reset. Of course, they could go digital, which would be absolutely terrible. It'll be great for the government if they go digital because they could track all of our spending. They could know exactly what we're spending our money on. They could not allow you to make certain purchases, et cetera, et cetera. It would be terrible for us. But I think eventually they're probably going to try and convert over to a digital currency. So that might happen before hyperinflation takes place. Do you stack any East India St. Helena? I don't stack any of those, but I'm sure the ship is cool. Have you bought half dollars on eBay before? I personally have not, Michael. But if you're buying half dollars, whatever, Benji's, Morgan's, Kennedy's, and it's from a big reputable dealer that happens to be on eBay, you should be fine. If it's from an individual on eBay, that's when you maybe gotta be a little more cautious. Many people cashing now into crypto. Do you think some of the money will end in the metal market? I think if cryptos didn't exist, we would see silver and gold much, much higher right now. A lot of people that are getting out of the dollar and moving into alternative investments are doing crypto. It's very easy. They're used to trading stocks. They could do it on their phone. But I do think a lot of people are moving into silver and gold. There's super high demand right now. Someone had a 401k. Would you sell it off, take the hit, buy metals, or keep it in the stock market? I always say diversify, low rider. So it's up to you what percentage you want to do into metals or stocks or whatever. But you should remain diversified to some degree. But that's just my opinion. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I love precious metals. Don't get me wrong. And I know there's people out there. Robert, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He says get out of 401k, get out of stocks, put it all in metals. I think it's smart to diversify. Some metals, some stocks. Obviously, it's up to you what percentage you do. Okay. Let's see. Digital would be a mess. Yes, indeed. Look at the gas increase. Just started 6 months ago. Yeah, gas prices are up for sure. And more people are driving now, too. So. Okay. Eagles or Maple Leafs? Asks Albert. I would say right now go with the Maples because the premiums are too high on the Eagles. On eBay, look for the coin shop instead of people with lots of coins listed. Yes, indeed, Carl. Look for the coin shops. Any of the large bullion dealers, they should have an eBay. Maybe not Hero Bullion, maybe not some of the other smaller ones, I suppose. But like APMEX, JM, most all of them have eBay accounts. Okay. Kevin just got a Mizar M24 for gold testing. Thoughts? I'm not sure. You'll have to email me about that one, Kevin. Let's see. Crypto has a use. These coins will prosper when other fail. Yeah, I mean, crypto, for the most part, numbers on a screen, very scary. I see you collect all types of silver. Do you prefer US coins over 999 rounds? When it comes to silver, I think you should diversify amongst your silver purchases. Buy some junk silver, the 90%, especially if you live in America. But also buy 999, so generics, bars, etc. Don't just get one type of silver because, as we've seen, the American Silver Eagles recently have just massive premiums, right? And so if you had diversified and you had a bunch of Eagles and you wanted to sell some of your silver, this is what you would be selling right now because the premiums are so high. So that's why it's good to have different types. There's better times to buy and sell. Can't you convert your 401k into gold? Yeah, you probably could do precious metals IRA, but I don't think you'd be able to take physical delivery of the gold. It'd have to be vaulted somewhere. What would your go-to constitutional silver be if they were the same price per ounce? My favorite constitutional has always been the dimes. So yeah, if I could only buy one type of constitutional silver, it would be silver dimes. I like how small they are. They're a 1/14 of an ounce of silver each, and I just think they're better. Let's see. I'm doing all 2021 Eagles till they're gone. Okay. Let's see. Where do you find the best price on silver buffaloes? SD Bullion, says Jason M. There's different ways to look for silver price. The findbullionprices.com is a great website. 250 people in the chat right now. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. I'll show you how to use this website if you've never used it before. Let me just type it in here. Find bullion prices. They should be able to tell us where the cheapest generics are. So if you just asked a question, I'll have to get back to your questions because we're going to take a little break and look at this website. And this is going to be how to find the cheapest type of silver in every category, right? So, a few things. This website doesn't have all of the bullion dealers on it, but it does have a lot of them. What you can do is click through these, like cheapest silver. You could look at these things, but what I like to do is on the left here, find what I'm looking for. So probably generic silver bullion, I think is what we were asking about. Let's see here. Generic 1 ounce silver rounds. This is going to be your buffaloes. They might not all be buffaloes, but again, it doesn't really matter when it comes to this. Looks like currently silver gold bull has got the cheapest. Let's see. Still 18% premium about. Then monument. And it just goes down the list. I don't even see SD bullion on here, probably because they don't have any in stock at the moment. So I don't know where they would rank if they were on here. But if we go over to silver gold bull, hit the buy. I'm not going to do it, but one thing that you can see, let me zoom in here, is this shows you if they accept Bitcoin, and they do. And then this also shows you if they have free shipping over a certain amount. So silver gold bull, free shipping on orders over $199. Monument metals, they do not accept Bitcoin. Money metals exchange, free shipping over 500. So they kind of do like the different colors, right? If it's green, then it's like one or $200. Some of them, yeah, these are all pretty good when it comes to shipping. So anyway, this website's really cool. If you wanted to buy anything, you could find the cheapest ones available online here. Let's say if you wanted to buy an American Gold Eagle, we'll just check these out briefly. Let's just go the 1 ounce. Let's see. Where's the 1 ounce at? 2020 1 ounce is going to be just over $2,000. 2021 is even more. And then the random year is actually more expensive. So probably the 2020 is going to be the cheapest gold eagle. And it looks like this Gov Mint. I've never bought from them. So I guess that's another thing too, like if I was looking at this, I would say, okay, probably not do that. Let's do the random year from a more reputable. And again, we get this universal coin. I bought from them before. I don't recommend buying from them because it's a little bit sketchy in the sense that they're going to call you like every week and try and sell you these really, in my opinion, overpriced coins. And so they can be a little bit shady. When I bought from them, I did get all of my bullion, but it was just a total hassle with them calling me. So, I would probably even maybe just go with bullion exchanges on eBay. And look at this too. They're actually cheaper on eBay than they are on their actual website. So that's interesting. But bullion exchanges has got a pretty good deal on these right now. So anyway, that's basically how you can find the cheapest silver or gold online. That website's just a tool. It's not the end all be all. You can find cheaper things from the other websites, but it is one tool that I do use. It's called findbullionprices.com. Sunshine silver round, okay. JM Bullion. Yeah, I would say, JM Bullion is a reputable dealer. I've bought the Sunshine silver rounds before, but I wouldn't pay a premium for the Sunshine silver rounds. Some people really like them and they'd be willing to pay a premium on those. I wouldn't. I treat them like regular generics. What do I think about $5.82 for a 1/4 ounce gold American Eagle? I think that's about right. I actually recently did a poll on my YouTube channel. I did it today asking about the gold eagles. But before I show you that, I actually wanted to show you guys one other thing here. Because I've got a few comments on people saying, hey, there's some scammers in your comment section, etc. By the way, thank you everyone who watched this video. But there are tons of scammers down here in the comment section, and I delete them as fast as I can, but they pop up just as fast as you delete them. This one here, this is a scammer. 34 replies. We could delete that one, but this one here is probably a scammer. 39 replies. There's a lot of crypto scammers in the comment sections. Never, ever, ever. Here's Quicksilver. You were in the chat. Never, ever comment or contact anyone on WhatsApp. Like this one right here. Silver Dragon, 1 day ago. Contact me on WhatsApp. This is a scammer. So, this isn't me. Anyone can put my name on YouTube with my logo and pretend to be me, but it's not me. I can assure you. But I've probably deleted about 1,000 of them so far, and they just keep popping up. So it's really annoying. There's more of them than me. They're winning the battle. Someone asked if we could show where silver is now. Absolutely. If we look at silver price, we're up 4 cents so far since the market has opened. So we actually are up at the moment, but it did not go straight up. So it went down a hair, up, settled down, and now it's coming back down a hair. But again, the silver price is very volatile minute to minute. So, I expect it to do sort of this deal here for a while. You could see previously it kind of does that. So generally speaking, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? It's very hard to say. Either way, I think now is still a good time to be buying silver. I'm still buying silver, and I do think that over a very long period of time, it will continue to go up. Someone in the chat is saying never had issues with government. Awesome. Yeah, don't call the WhatsApp. Never call anyone on WhatsApp. 36 at Bullion exchanges is not a lot for 2021 Eagles. I still think that's a pretty high premium. I mean, you're paying a $9 premium. You could get $5 premiums on other types of silver. So, if you really want to stack Eagles right now, go for it. Everyone's got their own strategy. But me personally, I don't think now is the time for Eagles. Okay. Silver Dragon's name will have a highlighted bar around the name in the chats and comments. Yes, indeed. Yeah, like if I type something into the chat now, you will see I'm highlighted. Let's see here. I'll say hello. You could tell it's the real Silver Dragons, not a scammer. Do Engelhard rounds really have a higher premium? The new Engelhard, like prospector rounds, have a little bit of premium, but I don't think it's justified. I treat them as generics. People collect them and whatnot, but I don't think it's justified. The really old Engelhard silver bars do have a heavy premium, and those are justified. Let's see. Premiums are ridiculous indeed. Silver Dragons. Let's see. We'll soon have a check mark by his name. Oh, thank you, Clean Money. I appreciate that. I applied for the check mark on Instagram. I haven't heard back yet. Let's see. Is $7 premium okay for Eagles? That's actually really good right now, Francis. Compared to other places you could buy Eagles at, $7 is really good. I'm assuming that's at your local coin shop. Still more than I'd be willing to pay, but that's very decent. Where do you see gold-silver ratio going in 2022? I think that the gold to silver ratio is going to continue to go down, which is why I don't think now's the time to sell all your silver and buy gold. I mean, obviously never sell all your silver, but maybe a portion of it. So I think, if you want to start selling a little bit of silver to buy gold now, that's fine. But I do think the ratio will continue to narrow. I think silver is going to go up, gold's going to go up, and silver is going to go up faster than gold. So, okay. Early 80s prospectors are selling for 40 plus. Yeah, some of the early ones, I guess, might have a slight premium, Marcus, but in my opinion, it's not justified on the newer prospector Engelhard rounds. One thing I did want to show you all is I did recently receive a new product from the Germania Mint, which is pretty cool. It's this guy right here. So they're going to be coming out with some new silver rounds, and haven't even opened it up and took a closer look at it yet. But one thing that I did notice is that everything is in a different language, and I believe this is Russian, but maybe someone in the chat can confirm. There's 229 people here. I'm sure someone can speak it and or at least knows. But yeah, you can see the word Germania Mint in there. And these are their new 1-ounce rounds that will be coming out later in 2021. They are 4.9s fine. And they make really great products. But, you know, the fact that I can't read it, I don't know. It definitely affects it a little bit for me. But they are very shiny. They do a really good job. And I do appreciate them sending this to me for a review. But I will show you the other side as well. There you go. These are definitely a collector piece. I would say don't buy this stuff for stacking. But if you want to collect different types of silver, then the Germania Mint is definitely something you can look into for fun stuff. But anyway, let's see. Only silver worth the premium, in my opinion, is the Libertad. Interesting. Seafair says looks like Russian to me. Probably is. I'll have to do some more research on this particular coin. But anyway, have you ever bought gold from Hero? Recommend them for gold. Yes, Tommy, I have bought gold from Hero Bullion, and I do recommend them. Yeah, they've got fairly good prices for sure. Check them out. So Basel 3 no good. Well, I would say you're going to have to do some more research on that. Too soon to tell, possibly. It is pretty sweet, though. Maple Leafs are sweet. I bought gold at Hero, and yes, nice coin. Never got that one. Let's see. Hero Bullion is fine. Definitely Russian. When will you have another silver? Poor Party is asking. Thunder is asking. If people don't know, I actually do make my own silver products for fun. They're hand poured, hand finished. Put a lot of work into them. My next live session of me making stuff will be when we get to 80,000 subscribers. So there you go. Okay, what do you think of copper? One of my followers just sent me a Molon proof round. Thought it was really cool. Yeah, some of the copper things are very fun to collect. I do have some copper dragon things that I collect. You know, I do keep my copper pennies. But I would say typically the copper rounds have very high premiums, well over like 1,000% over what the copper is worth. And so you got to be careful with those. And also the copper will turn green when it's exposed to the air over time, just like copper pennies and whatnot. So something to consider. Obviously, silver can tarnish, it can milk spot, but the copper will do it the fastest. How much longer do you expect the US dollar to retain reserve currency status? I think it's possible that it does it for the rest of our lifetimes. I don't know. I have no idea. But I think that before the US dollar does hyperinflate into oblivion, they'll try to switch it over to digital currency. So we'll see what happens with that. Silver Dragons, do you think if the premiums stay where they've been, it would make a new spot for silver? I don't think so. I think that spot is going to always be determined by the banksters, and the actual price of silver will be determined by us in the free market. Let's see. Local pawn shop is selling eagles at $32. Some of them look flawless. How can I have them grade it? Eagles are typically not worth grading. They're a bullion coin, so I wouldn't look into that. But $32 is a really good price for silver eagles. I would snatch those up if you can. Okay. Are maples free from milk spots yet? Yes, they are, as long as you buy them 2018 and newer. Let's see. When the government gives its currency for free, you know it's worthless. Who is Hero owned by? A guy named Jake. Not from State Farm. He worked at Provident Metals for a long time. He is a really cool guy. Okay, I have a 2018 that I've touched many times. It doesn't milk spot, but I look at spotting as proof of silver, so I buy them anyways. Yeah, a lot of people joke the older maple leafs, you could tell they're real because of the milk spots. It was a security feature that they added. For the 100,000 sub event with gold, you thinking of doing a pre-sale format or pure auction? I don't think I'm going to pour gold live, Champ Star. It'll have to be an auction after I make it. But I will film it, of course. Asashi rounds for stacking. Yes, currently the premiums are fairly low on those, Sammy, and I would recommend those. Lowrider just hit 200 pounds of copper yesterday. That's awesome. Keep on stacking that copper. Any way to get rid of the milk spots? You can clean them. I put a video up on my channel. It's my second most popular video. That'll help you out. At what price will you stop buying silver? I think probably never. I'm probably never going to stop buying silver. I mean, look at gold, you know. It's around $2,000 an ounce for physical gold, and I'm still buying gold. So I think I'll probably buy silver forever. I just think it's, you know, it's a better store of value than definitely than fiat. If we hold all the silver, we set the spot price, says Carl. Or we set the price. There's a lot of silver out there, though. I don't mind milk spots. Silver is silver. I look at it as a discount since most of those will sell closer to spot. Yeah, Tennessee Silver Stacker. The thing with milk spotted silver is that, yes, you can buy it a little bit cheaper, but when you go to resell it, you're not going to get that slight premium. Like my local coin shop will buy maples back at like 60 cents or $1 over. If they're milk spotted, they buy them under spot. So something you do need to consider for sure. Okay, if you had to guess, where do you think spot will be in 2 to 3 years? Says DS. If I had to guess, where's silver going in 2 to 3 years from now? I would say higher than it currently is. With inflation and everything going on right now, I think we will see the price continue to go up. You know, how high can it go up? I have no idea. But I do think it'll be higher than it is now. Let's see. Saw a video where a guy used an eraser to remove milk spots. Yeah, that is one method. Will leave some pretty bad scratches, and sometimes they can come back a little bit. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you scrape off the top of the coin, the milk spots will likely come off. But yeah, an eraser is one of the main ways that people do it. Okay, Kevin says I'm getting the shakes. I think I might order 25 maple leafs or buffaloes tonight. That's a great plan, Kevin. Do you think we'll see an SHTF scenario where we use silver as currency in our lifetime? I don't think we will see that, Justin. I can and have used currency to buy things from like friends and whatnot, but honestly, I couldn't see it. It would have to be like basically end of the world as we know it, and I don't really hope that that's where everything's going, and so I don't think we'll use silver as currency. But I think that you can use silver as currency now if you buy and sell to the right people, trades and whatnot. What do you think about the Libertads? I think they're absolutely gorgeous, but they do have a bit of a premium, JR, so be careful when you're buying the Libertads. They're not really looked at as bullion. They do say they're a bullion coin. Some people don't even think they're a coin because there's no face value. But just be careful. They're fun to collect, but I wouldn't go crazy on them. Carl says don't clean coins. The thing is, a lot of bullion coins, like for example this American Silver Eagle, you know, it's not really that dirty. It's not really that toned. But if I did clean it, it's very possible that whoever I sell it to, whether it be a local coin shop, online bullion dealer, they wouldn't even be able to tell because they just glance at them. They don't really put them under a microscope. I mean, especially if they're buying like 500 coins from me. And so it's very possible they'll just think of it as BU and give me the BU price for it. So when it comes to bullion coins, you can clean them, and you might even make more money when you sell them if you do. But typically, it's not a good idea to clean coins, especially rare coins. Okay. Let's see. My LCS tells me bullion is bullion. They'll pay more if you clean it before you bring it. Yeah, I think that's true at a lot of places, Brandon. Bullion is bullion. Let's see. My LCS offers them to me at Melt if it's a milk spotted maple. Wow, that's very cool. It's awesome to buy silver at spot. It's basically impossible to buy silver at spot online right now. We used to be able to buy silver at spot from like 4 or 5 different online bullion dealers. This was back in 2018, 2019, and years prior. But none of those spot deals exist anymore. There's way too much demand. They basically use the spot deals as an incentive to get new buyers, new people on their email list, and they don't need to do that anymore. Okay, everything is overpriced. Isn't that the truth? But also the price is set by us, right? I mean, if people are willing to buy something at a specific price, then that's the price of it. So, Britannias are the most beautiful coin and bars, in my opinion. Britannias are gorgeous. They do milk spot a little bit. I have a few Britannias that are milk spotted, but they are pretty smoking. I agree with that. What's up, Darth Stacker? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you in here. We're probably going to wrap up in a little bit. We've been live for over an hour now. Let's go ahead and show the spot price, see where silver is with the market open here. You know, it just opened not too long ago. We're currently up 3 cents. And so we're an hour in. An hour in. And, you know, it went down a hair, came up, and now it's settled. So fairly flat, really. Nothing crazy for the opening. We didn't see it go down significantly like cryptos were doing today. So that's a good sign for silver. You know, we didn't see it shoot up, but I didn't expect it to really shoot up at all. So this is basically what we're expecting it to do. Nothing crazy has happened yet, but overnight tonight, we could see some big moves in silver. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for what it does tomorrow. Personally, I buy only American gold, says JB the Cook. Okay. You know, everyone's got their own strategy. I like to buy American Gold Eagles, but I have bought lots of other types of gold for sure. Hey, Matt, I'm doing great. Just hanging out, talking about silver. It's my first ever Silver Sundays live stream. And I just thought it would be good to sort of answer questions, hang out with you all, watch the market as it opened up. If you're just starting to sell silver online, what is the best way to make yourself a trustworthy seller to start that journey? I'm assuming you mean sell silver on eBay, and just more transactions is basically what eBay wants with no complaints. So put in a little thank you note with every order, make sure you ship it on time, and you'll find yourself a trustworthy seller very soon. Let's see. Generic silver US. How many ounces silver is in your stack? Asks Justin. I actually need to take another look at my stack and see. It's well over 1,000 ounces, but beyond that, I'm not entirely sure. But that is a great question. I did do a recent video where I talked about how much gold that I have in my stack, and it's just under 10 ounces now of gold. And I'm continuing to buy more gold, so we should break the 10 ounce mark in gold very soon, which is really cool. That's been one of my goals really ever since I started stacking gold and silver, to get over 10 ounces of gold. So I'll be very excited for that. No problem, Jason M. Thank you so much for hanging out. Tommy, live chat was a great idea. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to hang out with the community. You know, when I started my channel, my whole intention was to get as involved in the community as I could. There's a massive community of people here on YouTube, lots of great friends that I made over the years, and it's been an incredible journey. And you know, ever since I made my first video, I've really been accepted, and I appreciate you all so much. So I want to give back to the community whenever I can, and one of the ways I can do that is by answering questions, especially from new people that are just getting into silver and gold and everything. So yeah, this has been really fun for sure. Okay, don't get me wrong, other gold is beautiful, but I don't want to pay taxes later on. I assume you're talking about when you sell your gold and paying taxes. You know, in the United States of America, if you cash in, cash out, then typically there's not a lot of eyes on you. There's no way anyone could know you made a profit or not. And so, you know, obviously the law is you're supposed to pay taxes when you sell your precious metals for a profit, but, you know, uh, a lot of people, I would say, don't follow that to a T. Um, Maybe they forget or they don't know or on purpose, but either way, if you buy something with cash, like, you know, if I go down to my local coin shop and I buy some silver with cash and I hold it at my house and then I go back to that local coin shop and I sell them my silver for cash, then no one is ever going to know if I made money or not. So, you know, that's, I think, one reason why a lot of people like precious metals, but there are definitely some laws in place. So you got to be aware of that. Great Sunday chat. Thanks. No problem, Sammy. Let's see. Your channel is what made me want to make my own channel. Oh, thank you so much, Tennessee Silver Stacker. Keep on making content, my friend. The more people that make channels, the more people that make videos, the better. That's how I see it. More people in the community is always a good thing. There's never too many videos. We all learn from each other. What was your first ever gold purchase? Oh gosh, it was a 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle. And I think that's the case for a lot of people. The 1/10 ounce Gold Eagles. You know, they're just affordable. So if you all you bought is silver up until that point, you know, it's not that surprising. And I was going to show this poll that I did earlier. And here it is. So 7 hours ago, I did a poll here on my YouTube channel. Over 2,500, well, 2.4 thousand votes now. Thank you all for voting. If you voted, I thumbs up my own poll, of course. And let's settle this once and for all. 1 ounce Gold Eagle, half ounce, quarter ounce, 10th ounce. This is really interesting. It's 14% for 10th and quarter ounce, but clearly the 1 ounce Gold Eagle wins. And a lot of people ask me, you know, what is this poll? What exactly are you asking? It's just, what are you voting for, right? So what do you like the best? What's your favorite? What do you want? 1 ounce Gold Eagle, always commanding the most attention. It's the most liquid. It's the most coveted. This is what I would prefer to stack. But then typically the 1/10 ounce is the next most popular, but a lot of people are liking that quarter ounce, probably because the premium isn't quite as high. So if I was just getting into gold right now and I wanted to buy Eagles, I'd probably buy this one or this one. But my favorite is definitely the 1 ounce. If you got the $2,000 to drop on it, I mean, those are the best. You can't beat the 1 ounce Eagles. The 1 ounce version of gold coins is going to have the lowest premium typically. So, all right. Mine was a quarter ounce Canadian War of 1812 coin. Very cool. I heard you should do 1 ounce of gold for every 100 ounce of silver. That is a pretty good ratio. I think it's different for everyone. You know, my ratio isn't 1 to 10. Or 1 to 100 rather. I've got way too much silver for that to be the case right now, but I am working more towards the 1 to 100. Hi Jenny, how are you doing? Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, it would be a 1 to 10 then. I guess I got it right on my first reply. Quarter ounce for sure. Let's see. Pac-Man coin I won. Maybe an unboxing. Awesome. Definitely unbox it for sure. I asked JM Bullion why their prices are cheaper on eBay than their own website. They said it just seemed that way. Interesting. I wonder why they didn't give you a more in-depth answer, Kenny. This community is wonderful. Such great support. Had a friend get scammed out of 280 bucks. We came in together for him. Sent some silver so he could recoup his loss. His faith was restored. That's awesome. Yeah, best community in the world. I remember we had an auction for a gentleman, poor up in Canada. I'm trying to remember his name. He hasn't made videos in a little bit. When he lost his leg. Someone in the community will remember. I participated in the auction. We had a lot of fun. I'll wait for you guys to comment on it. But I definitely know some people here will remember that. Let's see. But either way, we raised in the neighborhood of like $20,000 plus for this guy. We were able to get him an electric wheelchair, ramps for his house and everything. And it was really cool to see the community come together. Bought a dozen various Morgan dollars last year. They're cool. Not pure silver, but still 1 ounce. Interesting, Carl. The Morgan dollars are not an ounce of silver. And they're only 90% silver. But either way, you know, if we weigh one, I can show you here. So Morgan dollar weighs 0.85-ish. Of a troy ounce, but this is 90% as well. So it's definitely not a full ounce. Unless you're talking about Morgan dollar rounds, then that's a different story. Empire Precious Metals auction tonight. Oh, very cool. Maybe we should do a raid. When you accumulate a mass pile of silver like yours, do you keep it in a vault somewhere, asks Ryan. Typically, what people do with large amounts of silver, you know, I'm not going to go into my own personal, you know, what I do, but, you know, I've always said the safest and best is a heavy hidden safe. That's what, and lots of guns in the house, and know how to use them. Are you doing a boomerang box, says Darth. I will have to do one for sure. At some point, I would like to do another one. Yes, indeed. Recommend getting the SI decoder lens. I would get one, Tommy. I have one. You know, it is good for the Sunshine Mint products. So, yeah, I would say you should get one. So 209 people in the chat. I'm actually going to shut down this stream, but before I do, we're going to do a raid over on Empire Precious Metals. If you guys don't know what that is, that's when we all join his live stream and we'll say hi to him. So let me find him and I'll put the link in here. And we can go check out Empire Precious Metals. He's doing an auction. Of course, we need to make sure we're respectful and everything. But I think it would be cool. He's only got 49 people watching his auction right now. So let's see how many people we can get over there. I'm going to copy the link and I'll put it in the chat here so we can click on it. And in fact, I can put it up on my screen. Empire Precious Metals. So we can watch the raid happen. Sounds off. Okay, there's 52 people there. So I'll share the screen. So this is his chat. 53 people watching. Now I'm going to put the link in here, guys, so we can all go over and check out his stream. You ready? Okay, I just put the link in the chat. So go ahead and click on the link. We're going to shut down this live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. But let's go ahead, say hi to Empire Precious Metals on the way out. And see how many people we can get over there. There's 51 people watching. There's still 208 people here in the stream. But go ahead and click on the link and we can go say hi over there to Stacking Stormtrooper. 55 people now, 60. All right. Let's fill up the chat. And make sure you let him know. Say, this is a raid from Silver Dragons. Let him know it's a raid. But we are going to be signing off. I appreciate all of you guys watching my live stream. It was super fun. We got to watch the price of silver. And so yeah, let's try and get him over 100. There's still 200 people here, 84 over there. Let's go raid him. We're shutting down this stream anyway. So thank you guys again.